You want to stay there? Who wants to stay there? Who wants to go back to their old life? Who wants to stay stuck? Is that where you want to be? There's something always knocking on the door. You know you're more. You know you can do more. You know you're better than that. What are you going to do? You going to answer the door? You going to be okay with stepping out? Stepping out into the unknown, the unseen? It was always within you.
The thing is, do we even realize that we're in conformity when we go backwards? We don't. It just happens that quick. That's our paradigm. So until we're really thinking about what we're thinking about and making changes within ourselves and constant spaced repetition and auto-suggest in a new way, we'll continue on the same.
The power within you which enables you to form a thought picture. The power within you which enables you to form a thought picture. Wow. You say it again. Wow. Each and every one of y'all should be saying, wow, that perfection is within me. It enables each and every one of us to form a thought picture. Wow. It's the starting point to all there is. It's the starting point to all there is. Everything else, you'll find it in a pig or horse, in a rabbit, in a dog. They don't have the ability to do what we can do. What are you doing?
When you really truly understand what you just said, truly, deeply understand that you're in charge and you're constantly rearranging the matter, you won't just think about anything. You'll be very alert,
responsible,
at what you're thinking about and what you're enterizing and what you're putting energy to work. When you truly understand that.
Creative imagination is the evolution of mankind.
Oh yeah, it's always been.
That's an ever-evolving consciousness. This is what we are. I think Elon Musk said it very recently. He was talking about how he wants to go to Mars, and that's another story. But he was talking about those who can imagine. This is where we are. We're in a very pivotal time in history, where spiritual consciousness is awakening, right? Yeah. And we're a very, very large part of what's going on.
Yeah. When we see someone's we call it successful, or they're in art, they're doing something big, everybody say, wow, they're doing something new, they're doing something spectacular. They have a big imagination. That's all it is. Whether consciously or subconsciously, they're using it. Whether they're aware of it or not. But the beautiful thing about this, when you become conscious and you understand the power that you have, you create, it's not about what you can do. It's about what do you want.
Yep.
And what do you want to see and experience.
Did anybody sense what Taha just said when he said it? He got very calm when he said that. That's what you have to look for in your lives. Look for that divine oneness within yourself. He knew it. He felt the peace. And if you all felt it too as well, you need to really pay attention to those things. And it's something that's acquired with time as we learn this information.
In visualizing or making a mental picture, you are not endeavoring to change the laws of nature. In visualizing and in thinking, you're not endeavoring to change the laws of nature. You're fulfilling them. You're fulfilling them. Your job was to fulfill what? The fulfillment, to bring thinking stuff into form. You're actually, so many people forgot the gift. The gift was creative imagination. So you're not changing the laws of nature, you're fulfilling them. Your responsibility was to release the gift. Your responsibility was to release the gift. Release your vision. Release it. Let it go. Let it come into reality. That's the fulfillment of reality. That's why when people do things they really enjoy doing, they feel fulfilled. Why? Because they released the vision. They're releasing the gift. I live on purpose all day long. I live on purpose all day long. That means I'm choosing what I'm doing. I already chose. I had the vision. I've been seeing the vision. I've been working my vision. I saw my vision, then I worked my vision. Now the vision's using me. Fulfillment. Then life will breathe life into me. It's a recognition of the truth. Of what truth? That I'm one with creation. My purpose gave me a vision. I was looking for purpose as a young child. A lot of people say that, how is that possible? The little 3-year-old knew he was more, and he was one with the infinite. The little 3-year-old said, there should be a place. There should be a place for consciousness when it arrives. If he has a different level of understanding, would be able to help him understand what he's here to do and to remember what he was here to do. I am now fulfilling the vision of the 3-year-old. 2010, I went back to the vision of the 3-year-old that knew he was more. He said there should be an organization here for consciousness when it arrives. 3, no accidents. 2010, I received the rest of the vision. No accidents. What are we doing today?
We're growing.
We're building the vision.
Yes.
We're building an organization that's global. We're opening up locations in other places that's going to be global. And it's going to be here for the future. This is not for me. This is the vision for consciousness. This was a vision that has a child. This should be a place for humanity so that whenever they're ready and they're ready to progress and they're ready to live the way they want to live, it's here for them. It's a place for consciousness as it arrives and it's ready to grow. We'll help them evolve, whether in business, whether in relationships, whether financial, whatever it is, everything goes back to what? One governing factor, your mind.
And the big part of your mind is, what do you think that you are? Or what do you think that you're not? If you really know what you are, then it can change. This is us learning ourselves, learning what we're capable of in one small pinky on our finger. If we understood that, then we begin to change ourselves.
We can never get away from ourselves. Everything is derived from our own mind. This is why it's important to understand this information and understand the subconscious mind, because the mind is, whether you're aware, you don't have to learn this information. If you don't want to know it, don't know it. Go back to doing what you're doing. You don't need this information. You don't need to understand this information. Go back to do what you're doing, and you'll stay there. This is not, personal development is not, this is personally, you have chosen to develop yourself. Personally, you have chosen to do the unseen. You've chosen to do what others won't do. How many people won't invest in themselves? How many people, Taha, do we see they're not willing to invest in themselves?
A lot.
And it's a sad, sad thing because they're denying what?
Who they are.
Most people, even on the path, they never want to look to the inside. They look to the outside for the change.
You know, when I understood that, don't get this in the wrong way. Really, when I learned this information, when I start learning it, when I kind of understand, I think we're always understanding. I don't think so. I got it. But I was really excited to help a lot of people. And first thing I did, I went to tell my close friend, family, wife, everybody, hey, you guys need to listen to this. This is very important. Only few really took it. And I was trying to push it because I love them and I want to help them to become happier, healthier, you know, and they didn't take it. And a lot of them, they didn't take it. And I was forcing it and I was creating distance between me and the others. And what I understood that this is not for everyone. Anyone who is willing and able to put the work and they want to change, they'll come and find and get this information.
Yep.
Before I was trying to like bring people and say, hey, you need to listen to what I have to say, and want to teach everyone. I'm still teaching everyone, but everyone who is
ready
and willing to do the work.
And I'll go back to, this is for everyone, but majority are not ready. They're not ready to face the man in the mirror. If you think all the circumstances are and happenings around you are an accident, go face the man in the mirror. That's what they're afraid to face. They're afraid to face their fear. They're afraid to face them. They put themselves there and they don't want to take responsibility. But the truth is they have to understand who I am is, and I did this.
So Carl Jung was talking about, I was reading about shadows yesterday and his perception on this. And we come into this a lot of times when we think about the thought of duality and there's two sides. There's really not. It's one within the same. You have both sides of you, but they're one and the same. It is the negative, the positive. It is all things encompassing. So you're not separating from that. You're just becoming one within yourself, not burying one side or another. Understanding that we are becoming one within ourselves and being okay with the peace of the things that have transpired and then the peace of what's to come in our lives. But in that state, this is where we can then go to a definite end and begin to work backwards once we've been able to reconcile that.
Yeah, that understanding of what's to come could be something you designed. Yes. Woo! What's to come could be something that you envisioned. It could be. That's the beauty of it. It could be. If you decide on the vision and work your vision. I like it when Bob said, one of his videos, he said, you can pray, but pray and walk your feet. Yeah. Walk your feet. If I've got to pray and I've got to walk my feet, that means I've got to tell my feet where we're going.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be chief commander of his own shoes,
Yeah.
of his own fate. Somebody has to pray and move. You've got to.
Robert Russell in his book says, sometimes people pray while they're praying. I was like, what does that mean? He says, you can get on your knee and pray all day long and ask for what you want from God, but if you don't take step and take action while you're praying, nothing will happen. You can pray all day long. So
it's just making a noise between your feet because you're not taking the action. Woo. You're just making a noise.
Taking action is what Abraham mentioned earlier, is when you allow that, you decide and you have a discipline, allowing the new idea from your imagination go through you and take form in your physics.
I want everyone to rewind this video. If you can understand what I was saying earlier. It's a spiritual idea. It's a vision. But the vision must encapsulate a body. When it hits 3D world, it cannot vibrate in the 3D world to express the 3D world until it enters you. And you express it. The minute it hits you, people, places, plots, circumstances start to unfold. If you let it. If. Quantum entanglement with the vision. It's creation.
T.D. Jakes said it best. He said, you have to have the mind to be blessed, right? And what that is, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but it's a perception of reality. Do you believe that you deserve it? Do you believe it's permanent? What are your constraints? What are your corresponding thoughts with something? Is there 5 other things that have to get you to that point? Or do you just automatically say, you know what? Nope, I've got it. It's mine. I deserve it. This is my birthright. And guess what? It changes. It begins to change in your life. But you have to take massive action.
Action ideas.
100%.
To a definite end. The majority of people don't work to a definite end. That's the key. What?
Does anyone have any questions? We're getting ready to wrap up and start our meditation video.
Does anybody have anything?
A huge thank you for all these guys, because on this day has been very important to have clear about the purpose, because sometimes like see goals like material goals